Hello. It's true. Who looks better, the Axel, Richardson Jr. or me? Hello. Welcome back to NASCAR. NASCAR 1. It's been, I think, about a couple weeks since the last stream where we did a few races, all the short tracks. But I'm pretty excited to get to these next ones. The next series of races are pretty interesting as far as races go. We've got Talladega coming up, which should be interesting. In NASCAR 1, it's like, I don't know, could be good, could be bad. But then we got Charlotte with the 600. I don't know. I think it is longer. I think they were able to make some races longer than others. So we got the 600 at Charlotte. I think we have Dover in there. Definitely do those three, I hope, tonight. And then I think after that, we've actually got. I think after that we actually have Sears Point, which I don't know if I'll get to Sears Point tonight. I hope I do. Yeah, it's my Goodyear hat for sure. Let me know how this is treating it. I hope it's solid enough. It's funny, I did 7.5 hours on Saturday, and not an issue at all. Yeah, everybody's playing Cyberpunk. That's it. I'll blame it on the Cyberpunks. This hat, it's awesome. I got it off of eBay like 10 years ago, and it served me quite well right now. But it's starting to fade out a bit. I've worn it to too many real races, and so I've actually gotten a new one, and I haven't broken it out yet. Well, a new old one. The new one is from the same time, so I think these are 1970s era, but I haven't worn it yet, so we'll have to see. Okay, so let me get the sim up. Let me know how the stream is. I hope it works. But I want to take a look at where we were in the championship and everything. So we've been through quite a good amount of rounds and everything so far. We went from Daytona all the way to Martinsville. And we're at Talladega now. So I've got 2 wins so far. Our driver Axel Richardson Jr. Overall, I think I was just learning the sim for the first few rounds, and then had a tough time at Atlanta. And Darlington should have been better, but that was the start of the last stream. I had a couple incidents and everything. And then from there, hit it up big on the short tracks. Bristol. Drove away with it, really. I think I could have done even better there if I had pushed even harder. And then over to North Wilkesboro, where I don't know what happened to the car, but it was not quick at all. Went on to Martinsville and smoked them again. And so I guess out of the 3 short tracks, which they used to have this like short track part of the season, did quite well on those 3 short tracks. So overall, 2 out of 3 is not too bad. And then we went on to Talladega. We're going on to Talladega, so it should be interesting. Oh, I guess Sears Point is right after Talladega. I didn't even think about that. So we're definitely going to have to do Sears Point tonight, which road courses in this game are not the kindest, for sure. So I'm not nervous, but I'm not... I don't know. I'm not super excited for that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I dropped the bit rate of the stream just a little bit to see if it would work. So let me know if things get weird again. But all right, so we'll jump in, take a quick look through the points. We're sitting down in 19th in points, which overall is not extremely bad considering how the start of the season went and a few of the races have gone so far. So we've picked up, because of those 2 wins, quite a few positions, sitting behind Mike Kowalczyk, ahead of Dave Marcus, which is not such a bad place to be. If you look back to the top of the championship and see who's actually doing well, Harrogant is leading the championship. Had a good streak there. He had 3 wins pretty much in a row. I think he did super well, and he's doing well on like the medium speed ovals. Dale Earnhardt right behind him though. No wins though, which is interesting. It's definitely changed so much in more recent times with just wins being like the biggest thing in NASCAR. But back in the day, all about consistency. You got Jeff Bodine right behind him, just a couple points. No wins as well, but 5 top 5s. So you got to really take a look at those like top 5, top 10 columns and everything. Keep going down. Ken Schrader's winner nothing, but honestly his stats are great. So championship is wide open up front. If I look 1,300 points for P1 or Harrogant in the championship, if I go down to where I am, 835. So we're a little ways off. I won't say we're completely out of it, but I've got to start really pulling things together to get to the front of this championship. So let's jump to Talladega. Now, so Sonoma started, when did they start racing there? Late 80s. I want to say 89 was the first year at Sonoma, but could be wrong about that. It filled in the gap after Riverside was abandoned in 88. They found another course on the West Coast. So, all right, so we'll take a look at the setup here. Now, Talladega as a track was updated a bunch of times in NASCAR, especially after the first patches. I think Talladega was like the most popular track that people raced in NASCAR 1, maybe just because it's simplicity. So they did a bunch of updating, and I think for setups, there's one Ace 12, I think is the one I want. 12, I think it stands for the 1.2 patch. I'm not sure NASCAR would have gone to Laguna Seca. It's too sacred a circuit for NASCAR. I don't mean anything wrong with NASCAR, but it just wouldn't fit to me. All right, so I'll kill the music here, and we'll do a little practice. Block your ears. Although it shouldn't be too bad volume-wise. All right, so practicing at a super speedway is weird because driving alone is essentially worthless. Oh, I'm trying to use my stick shift. Forgot. Got to use paddles in NASCAR 1. Speeding in pits, I don't think it matters in practice. All right. So it's pretty much going to be a pancake flat out. If you remember back to Daytona, similar situation. The track is almost identical. The Daytona track we raced on was ripped basically from this Talladega version. There didn't really exist at the time the ability to do any kind of modding in the way we think of it today, so they would just kind of reuse stuff. I need to turn up the sim. Got my speakers going. There we go. So just got to do a couple laps, wait for the AIs to come out and see how competitive I feel. Lap time itself is not super indicative. We'll go through the kink. Ooh. I don't know why they made the front stretch kink so ridiculous, but it's nothing like real life. I'm drinking some Lord Hobo tonight. I figure with the NASCAR I can relax a little bit more than normal. Yeah, but the lap time, it's all just about how I feel like the car races. So we'll try to see if I can catch a couple cars and see how the tires are, make sure I'm not going to blow anything, and then ultimately we'll just kind of have to go for it and hope the car works out pretty well. Oh, I don't know how they made that so sharp. Through the front straightaway though, 191. put it on the lap chart. Cars all filing out of the pit lane. I'm hopeful the car will be a little more competitive here than it was at Daytona. But you never know. Not a lot of activity yet at Old Talladega. You pretty much just make sure you don't hit anything. It's with the other cars that this kind of racing is a little more intense, and especially with the AI of NASCAR 1, things can get a little weird at times. Whoa, onto the apron. I was too busy paying attention to the chat. Alright, so we got 3 wide in front of me. Hopefully I can catch the draft. The patch notes for patch 1.2 of this game say that they reduced the effectiveness of the draft, but they increased the distance of it, which is an interesting compromise. Hey Colo, thank you so much. I have hosted races in the past, not historic ones. I used to host a race in iRacing years ago called the Targa Virginia. And I have recently thought about how much fun that would be to, like, I don't know. I've never actually done a 24-hour sim race when I was doing serious iRacing stuff back when that type of, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do 24-hour races. So I used to do like the 3-hour races or the big endurance ones. But I think it would be fun to organize a historic Le Mans race, personally. But no plans yet. All right, coming up behind Terry Labonte here. So I'm drafting, which is a good sign. I think at Daytona, so we'll get shoved up high here. Sticking behind the 77. At Daytona, I was just like super slow, so slammed on the brakes, hit the wall a little bit. I thought I was going to get squeezed up. That's the stuff you got to worry about. The cars, unless you're really alongside of them, they're going to swipe into you. So far we're 5th in times, but again, time doesn't mean a ton here. So pulling up though on the 77, dip it to the inside. Labonte was able to pull away from him, so 77's a slower car for sure. Who's in that thing? '77. Oh, onto the apron. Greg Sachs. Okay. Coming to the line though, I think this is going to be a little bit quicker of a lap than the last one. No, not quicker than my best. All right, just hanging on to the back of these guys. The best thing about Talladega is you can have a sip on the backstretch, which I do not mind at all. No drinking during GPL, but NASCAR can get away with it a little bit. Ooh, coming up on Ricky Rudd. To let out of the throttle a little bit there. So overall, I feel somewhat competitive. Let me look at the tires real quick. Okay, actually they look fairly good. A little hot in the back, but nothing, just over 200s. That's not too bad. Ooh, gotta jump to the inside. Yeah, I'm sipping on the backstretch is definitely a NASCAR quality, you would call it, but gotta be drinking. I'm drinking a little too classy tonight for that. I should have bought Coors or something. We got a pack basically off the throttle here. At least the AI don't lift off in that kink. Yeah, I feel like the car's pretty good, so I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like things could work out here. Hold on, I'm gonna move my face because I realized I'm blocking the lap board. Ooh. Don't do this and drive. In fact, I'll pause. Just want to make sure I don't block anything with my silly face. That'll be better. All right, so I feel like overall, car is quick enough. Yeah, Hachi, that is like a crazy history fact that Dick Trickle, best NASCAR name ever, right? But Dick Trickle did used to smoke cigarettes like mid-race. Caution flag come out, he would just pop one in his mouth and go for it. Which is like insane to think of today. Just like, can you imagine an F1 driver smoking? Even a NASCAR driver these days smoking. Okay, so I do have a quali setup as well, so I'm actually going to use that here because it definitely matters around Talladega. But we're going to zip on to the qualifying. This is going to be an 18-lap race, which I guess we've been doing 10% races, so that should, I guess that's not super long, but 18 laps sounds like a lot to me. Anyways, let's go to qualifying. We'll load up our qualifying setup. All right. All right, so we'll do qualifying. It's going to be the most boring qualifying session of the whole series. But we'll see what we can do. So it looks like pole time right now is a 193, so that's about as quick as I went in practice. Yeah, everybody used to smoke, but I think Dick Trickle is unique for having smoked in the car during a race. You'd have a cigarette lighter and everything built into the car, which is nuts. All right, 193 though, that's going to be about as quick as I was in practice, but I had the draft in practice, so I'm a little nervous about this. Get up to fourth gear though. Take a little sip of courage. Fuel light is on, but that'll be okay. We only need to do, I think we do 2 laps at the super speedways in these days. Yeah, and Phobius, Dick Trickles. It's one of the best. You can't think of a better name than that. I don't think like Talladega Nights wouldn't have been able to come up with the name Dick Trickle. That's just too good. Oh, a little tight through the kink. Had to lift a little. All right, green flag. That lift's gonna hurt me. I gotta get the tri-oval a little bit better next time by. Come through 1 and 2 though. Banking transitions here. I think I mentioned it when we were at Daytona, but it's like a roller coaster down the back straightaway. It reminds me actually of the Brooklands track I was looking at in Assetto Corsa this week, with huge banking changes that are very unrealistic. Come through 3 and 4 though. All right, now gotta make sure you get the line right through the tri-oval. This is a no-brainer corner in real life, but in this sim, there we go. It's a hold your breath moment. Come across the line, okay, not great. P39, very end of the field. See if I can make it any better on this lap. I would like to not start at the very back. Would be a goal here. My internet seemed to break as I went live too, Darren, so you're not alone. You don't happen to be in New England, do you? I think everything's cleared up now, so I hope it stays that way. Oh, got distracted, went on the apron. That shouldn't hurt me too bad. So we'll come through the tri-oval then. Across the line. Ah, P1 from worst to first in qualifying. Not too bad. Okay. Well, we'll start up front, so I just got to keep everybody behind me. which shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. It's been since I was a little kid since I've done a race at Talladega in NASCAR 1 for sure. Take a quick look. Make sure to load the race setup. And I'm actually going to lengthen fourth gear just one tick. It feels way too close to the top. All right, so yeah, Axel Bubbles Richardson is the plate legend. What did I finish in? 34th or something at Daytona. So that's a lot better to start on the pole. So we'll do this race, 18 laps at Talladega. It's 93 degrees. It's going to be a hot one out there for all those fans in the grandstand. But should be an interesting race if I can, hopefully for the viewers, I don't just run away with it, but I secretly hope that I do. So why don't we get started? Full fuel tank, thank God. They say to hit the pace car. I feel like my days of thunder moment's coming. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Hopefully my stream stays going. I haven't dropped any more frames, so should be good. Looks like I've got Ernie Irvan behind me. I didn't take a look at the starting grid, but we'll do it right now. So Ernie Irvan right behind me. We got Jeff Gordon back there, Ken Schrader, Harry Gant, all the players at the front. Jeff Bodine, Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin. Anybody doing a bad? Who do we got at the back? Kyle Petty, of course. Whoop. Ricky Rudd all the way at the back. I think that's quite odd. Roy Allen back there. So, pretty typical grid other than Ricky Rudd. But if I can win this, that would be great. I think it is a Pontiac Firebird. It should be fun, though. Hopefully, the AI don't do anything super weird and cause some big wreck, but that would be Talladega, wouldn't it? No bump drafting. 90s, there wasn't a lot of bump drafting anyway. That wasn't really a thing just yet in the early 90s. We're in 1994, remember. All right, but we'll come out of T4, and I just got to keep my eye on it because the pace car will exit, and it'll go green real quick. Green flag. For some reason, they don't wait. Oh, I got a car coming on the outside. Looks like Jeff Gordon. I cut through the apron. I don't want them to cut into me. Oh, losing so many spots off the line. Up to fourth gear. Okay. Maybe shifting too early. It's almost tough to hear my own car. Tuck in behind Rusty Wallace here. We'll see though if okay, catching him now. It's a bad start. Really bad start, but what did we lose? We're in 6th position now, so we can recover from here as long as I don't lose that front pack. I like how it got strung out already. So come through T4 here. Oh, I don't really want to get on the high side. I'll just stick in behind Rusty as we'll head into the little tri-oval. Try not to do anything too crazy. Cross the line, first lap. All right, it's P6. It's 17 laps to go. I don't even know. Can you buy genuine draft anymore? I don't know if it's actually something you can get these days. I'm gonna see if I can pass Rusty here down the back straight away. I'm worried we've lost the lead pack a little bit. Dip right in front of him. Try to get him to draft me. I don't know if the cars behind would actually push in this. It looks like the front pack's actually broken up a little bit. Seems like I got Mark Martin in front of me now. You'd never tell from looking at it, but that is Mark Martin up there. All right, we'll come through the kink here. Just dip it right below. That's a perfect kink, ladies and gentlemen. We're hanging on by a thread here to those in front. I hope I can catch them. It's not a lot I can do, though. I got the foot all the way down, and I am steering around the track, barely. Cletus, Used to play IndyCar too. That was really my first sim I played a lot. And I definitely want to do more of it. It is not as streamable as NASCAR, aka it's difficult. It's a really hard sim, so I'd be a little more nervous streaming that one. But I might do some videos on it, we'll see. Through the kink again. Just gotta not get lazy through there. Alright, so 1.1, I'm 1.6 seconds behind. And there's nothing I can really do. Oh, did I start the music? I can't even hear it, Ethan. First time streaming. Hope everybody's enjoying it. Alright, so these two are dicing up in front of me, which would help, I think. Yeah, I could keep it on, but I'll shut it off. Well, this might be the 18 laps at Talladega, but that's fine. I don't get so up in arms about a race not being super dramatic. I think, we did 11 races on Saturday for the GPL stream, and I think half of them were whatever races, I ran away with it or crashed out or something, but the other half were good. So as long as half of them are good, you can't have the high moments without the low moments, and that's one of the problems with like modern sports, and I think NASCAR's whole point thing. I'm not going to get on the subject, but you have to have the boring stuff to have the exciting stuff. Yeah, there were restrictor plates in the late 90s. 1988 was the first year with restrictor plates, and the racing started off much more single file, but by 1994, 1995, it was the pack racing that you know from the early 2000s everybody thinks about. Well, I'm like right there, but just not closing in at all. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do to reel him in, other than just drive and hope we catch a lapped car or something, but it'll be quite a few laps before we did that. There are 40 cars out here, but it's a 2.6 mile oval, so... Ooh, something happened behind me, because I no longer have Ernie Irvin there. It looks like Ken Schrader might have passed him. So Schrader working up towards the front. And it feels like I'm pulling in just ever so slightly, but I'm not sure if that's true. It's Gordon. Who's up there? It's definitely Jeff Gordon. It's Harry Gant. I think Dale Earnhardt. Or no, I guess it's Mark Martin right in front of me. And then in front of Mark, I'm not sure who the red car is. You're right. Well, I trust me, the next race will not be nearly as mundane, being at Sears Point. I always thought there was another race between Talladega and Sears Point, but I guess I was wrong. Try not to scrub off any speed in the kink. Oh, ran it right into the wall. A slight touch won't be too bad. 10 laps to go then. Yeah, I mean the cars behind I don't think add much in this. those two in front, though, still too wide. Looks like Gordon's taking the lead from Gant, which would be good. Harry Gant shouldn't win another race. Just pull him further in the championship. I want to win this one, but I don't know if I'll be able to get up there. Just try to tiptoe it here. Don't turn the wheel very much. I got to thank Ted Meat again for giving me the tips on the steering wheel with how to get it set up for these old sims. It has helped a lot. Did I make up to 0.3? Okay. I don't know how. Not doing anything different. Tiptoe it then. Cross the line. We're 1.5 seconds back this time by. We really are the same speed. I don't know how they got such a jump on me at the start. I guess I could hope for a caution too. Because that could happen. Cars do have breakdowns and stuff. I don't know if that's what happened. I guess Ernie Irvin's just one spot back, so he fell way off though. It's like we're in tandem drafts here. Top 6. Still, a top 5 is not the end of the world, but at this circuit, I thought I could win. Come to the line this time, I was 1.5 back last time by. Ooh, almost hit the wall there. It's 1.5 again, so about even. I'd like to say I'm pushing, but there's not a lot to push here. Yeah, it needs to turn on the DRS, lower the spoiler. This game came out in 1994. It was, I think, the third sim that David Kemmer did. Did Indy 500 in 89, then IndyCar 1 in 1993, and then this. And this is much closer, even though it's NASCAR 1, it's actually much closer to IndyCar 2 than IndyCar 1. IndyCar 1 is quite a bit different, engine-wise. Still holding at that 1.5, I don't know. Hope everybody's week is going well. I guess we'll just chat during this one. It's Wednesday. It feels like this week's been forever long already. Yeah, there's not much I can do. I think if I could get like slightly closer, I could get the draft and then I'd close up, but I don't know if it's possible. 1.7, so I lost 0.2 somehow. Yeah, something is special about old sims. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but with Grand Prix Legends, one of the big things that is still missing from sims, and actually the GP series has this too, but it's just characteristics for AI. In modern sims, you can't control. Oh, yellow flag. All right, you got a yellow flag. How many laps are left? 14. Okay, 14 of 18, so we got 4 laps. Oh, I don't know. That should be maybe just enough to go live back to green for 1 lap. We'll tiptoe it through, racing back to the caution flag. All right, so yellow flag, which I normally would not be so excited for, but that means things are gonna at least give me some kind of shot. But I don't know if we'll get green again. It's gonna be close. It'll have to basically be, because we're on lap 15 of 18, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to go green again, but we'll see. Pro tip, never stay in line with the AI. Yeah, so like the older sims, GPL, the GP series, they have a lot of characteristics with the API that you can't do in new sims. So like GPL, you can control mechanical failure rate, among a bunch of other stuff, but just to use one example, mechanical failure rate for different parts of the car. So I can say Graham Hill has a 25% chance to break suspension, but only a 3% chance of, blowing a piston or something. Which it just adds something when you see the retirement list. Those things can be similar to real life. New sims, you don't have those types of settings. So I actually have come to appreciate a little bit more Assetto Corsa's AI. I appreciate that they're actually driving the cars. These older sims, the AI don't drive the cars. There's some other algorithm they're doing, but they're still hard to get under control because they're driving the cars and they're not very smart. And then, you don't have any other settings. And the biggest problem with the Assetto Corsa AI I've found is they're slow, which I'm not trying to say I'm fast. I'm medium speed sim racer, but if they're slow for me, they're way too slow for a lot of people out there. Either that or they don't know how to drive the cars that I like to drive. NASCAR 4 was the first NASCAR sim with the proper AI. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go green. So if we don't get the 16 of 18, so if we don't get the 1 to go this time by, we'll have to see. Appreciate folks coming out. I decided to do this at like the very last second tonight. I wasn't going to. I was actually thinking of doing this later in the week, but I got a free night. So decided I would do it now. And as long as my internet keeps cooperating with me, we'll keep it going. Hopefully everything looks good. I am thinking a lot about that. The video I posted today, that extra grippy F1 car. I've gotten some cool comments on it from people about ways I could change the setup. Oh, we do have 1 to go, so we are going to go green for like 1 lap. Oh, that's gonna be something. I got some cool comments on that video about changing the setup to maybe make the high grip version easier to drive. I want to try it out. Grand Prix 3 has a great weather system. I've been working on a video that's, I don't know when it's going to come out because it's my first video I'm actually writing a video. I'm doing a little bit of a documentary of sorts, and it comes up with GP3 quite a bit in it. So I'm excited to do that. I don't know when it'll come out, maybe a couple of weeks, but all right, so we're gonna come to the green. Pace car is gonna jump off super early, and hopefully I can get a jump, and it's one lap to the win. Everybody cross your fingers. It's going to be a little bit checkers or wreckers. I don't want to throw it all away, but oh, they jump. Oh, I think it's such a good acceleration. I'm going to try to rev the hell out of third gear. I don't know how they pull away so far. They're already in like fourth. Nothing in it. I mean, I don't know if I sped up to third too quickly, but I was redlining it. I don't want to blow the engine. Live and learn, I guess. Maybe I can go a little further with it. But okay, so as long as I can keep these two behind me, we'll come away with 5th place, which is not the end of the world. There was no hope there, unfortunately. So quite a ho-hum race at Talladega. But 5th place is better than I've finished most of the races this season, so I'll take it. Across the line, checkered flag. So, just let the rest of the field finish here. They didn't really get the super speedways right ever, in my opinion, but until NASCAR 4 specifically. NASCAR's 1, 2, 3, it's kind of like this. They're a little better in NASCAR 2 and 3, but it's still not like it actually was. Just kind of hold it flat out and hope you catch somebody. All right, so we'll exit out. Team sad still as a top 5, guys. Don't be too sad pushing the car. We'll take a look here. So here's our results. Jeff Gordon wins from Harry Gant. So Harry's still right there. He might win this championship, which would be something else. Thank you, salary man. Don't make sure your wife doesn't get mad at you about this. But it is beer time. I actually gotta fill up real quick. But Jeff Gordon gets the win from Harry Gant, Terry Labonte, and Mark Martin with the 4th. I got 155 points for 5th place, which is not too bad. Ernie Irvin, Jeff Burton, Jeff Bodine. Look down, see if anybody finished poorly. I don't know who got in an accident. Looks like maybe Kyle Petty, but he finished. Oh, he only did 17 laps, so it definitely was Kyle Petty that had some kind of issue. And then points championship, up to 16th in the championship. So making our way to the top. We're almost at 1,000 points, 990 points to 1488 from Mr. Harry Gant, still in the lead. But Jeff Gordon's pulled up to 2nd now. So interesting championship stuff. The golden child, Jeff Gordon. All right, we'll go to the next season race. So I'm going to take a super quick break, but I'll be right back, and then we'll tackle... I'm frightened for Sears Point. It's I don't know. Racing road courses in these old NASCAR sims are not quite as entertaining as the newer ones. But yeah, I'll be right back, and then we'll do Sears Point. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Sears Point. This will be interesting. I actually didn't think I was going to get to this one tonight, so it'll be a little bit of an adventure if how it'll go. I wanted to do a couple practice laps off stream, just so to make a fool out of myself, but I guess you'll get to see the fool that is me. Practice and qualifying at this circuit might take a little longer because I want to do well. This should be a good race. Hopefully. I actually have no idea. It might be a terrible race. Don't trust my judgment. All right, so I'll jump out for practice. More like sighting laps around Sears Point. We'll pull it out of the pit lane. See, we got 33 cars with us at Sears. Don't worry, too. This will be a recording, so you can watch it later. But we'll come out and just got to see how similar the circuit is to real life. Come up the hill. Okay, I recognize where I am at least. This would have been back when NASCAR did race. When they did race on the full version, because the shorter version didn't really exist yet, as far as I know. Come over the hump. That's the hardest corner in the real circuit, in my opinion. Ooh, slowing down way too much. To try to get the feel for the car here. Come down. This is a hard corner in stock cars just because of how heavy they are. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit treacherous. I like how green it is. You see, I follow IndyCar quite closely, and they test, or used to test at Sonoma quite a lot in the springtime, and it was always green like this, and it feels like no series ever actually races at Sonoma in the springtime. But it is actually green like this, Steve, in the spring. But I hit the wall. The first wall hit. Why is the wall so close? The track is really green like this in the springtime, but it's in the fall that all the series race there. By summertime, it's brown, but it is really this green. Oh. All right, first spin. Almost made it a whole lap without spinning. Yeah, Salaryman, I don't know why. You used to be able to watch IndyCar very easily in Canada, but I know they've made it hard in recent years, which makes no sense. So come into the hairpin here towards the start-finish line. It should be right around the curve here. Pit road ends very early here. Ricky Rudd, quick. He was very quick at road courses in these days. Recently, the start of quarantine, I watched, I think, the full 1989 NASCAR season, I want to say. And just while I was working and stuff during the day. And Ricky Rudd, I think he won both of the road courses that year. The brakes are very hard to judge. Don't judge these first few laps, I will get quicker. Oh, I hit the grass a little bit there. Goes to understeer so quickly. What's tough in these old sims too, that they just have no feeling in the wheel, so you can't judge if the setup is maybe bad as easily. Yeah, draw distances were not as good in the 90s. Racing on DOSBox, of course. This is very much like I remember the sim operating back in the day. Oh no! That car got weirdly loose there. I almost held it up for a full lap. So a lot of cars streaking by. Gotta be Michael Waltrip behind me here. See if I can just get a feeling for the car over the curves here. When the car gets loose, it's so hard to catch. You just end up correcting and correcting. Also got to remember, I'm using paddle shifters, so my mind tricks myself a little bit into thinking it's, I got to drive it like an Indy car, and it's not the case at all. It's a slow beast of a car. Car dodgy under braking there. Even though I'm not using the clutch, for some reason driving a NASCAR, I always left foot brake, which I would definitely be a little quicker right foot braking here, or sorry, right foot brake. I'd be a little quicker left foot braking, but I don't want to take a chance. That was a very weird corner. Somehow made it work. Come down to the hairpin here. Alright, well I stuck with the AI for a lap. So, up to 27th overall. Ooh, these two in front slow down quite a bit. There's Bobby Hamilton in front of me, I think. Will Axel be running onto the grass? Will Axel be a road course ringer? Or has he already claimed his short track and super speedway prowess? Oh, the car getting very loose there. Hopefully I can keep it off the wall. I do. What are the tires looking like? Oh, not too bad overall. See if I can spin it around. There's no way to do a burnout. Right, I mapped a key to this. After the terrible cluster that, knew that was going to happen. Hitting Jimmy Spencer. We'll go back into the garage. I feel like the car, who knows what it could use. I just have to get better at driving it. Yeah, I definitely used to left foot brake a lot. And when I finally got an H pattern, and this is 15 years ago at this point, but I learned how to do heel and toe and left foot braking and all that. Always drive with just the right foot in a regular street car. But in sims, I can switch generally. It takes a second, but... Alright, I'm already feeling a little more comfortable. I find when I'm near the other cars, though, it's tough to hear my own car. So what I gotta do is just be super quick and get away from them. Slam into the wall there a little bit. Under braking, getting all kinds of squirrely. Okay, tap the barrier just a little bit. I know, Ethan, isn't it mad? 15 years ago when I first installed R Factor, what happened? Gotta figure out this section because that's where I'm spinning out mostly. Alright, coming out of the pits then. A lot of these cars. Whoa! What was that? Did anybody else see what happened? Oh, hold on, let me look at the replay. So I'm coming through the turn. I got a little rear damage. coming up the hill, minding my own business. Then out of nowhere, this 40 car just hits me off the track. What was that? Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't happen in the race. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? Yeah, it was Charles Leclerc. Damn it, Charles. Yeah, Matt, it's like what happened with Denny Holm. I'm surprised they didn't wreck. That spooked me during my big stream this past Saturday. I was racing Mossport, and 5 laps from the end, I'm way out front, just coasting, reading the chat. I'm gonna win the race. Everything's gonna be great. And out of nowhere, Denny Holm just smokes up behind me and and passes by. I don't know what happened there. I never got an answer about it. Nobody has said anything. I posted over at Sim Racing Mirror Zone, seeing if anybody had ever had that happen to them, and I think everybody there thought I was advertising myself. New GPL track came out today, actually. It's this, I forget the name. It's a South American circuit, though. I want to check that out as well. Through the top of the hill here. If I recall, Papyrus actually wasn't able to make hairpins at circuits as tight as they're supposed to be. I know this is true for IndyCar racing too at Long Beach in the final hairpin. It's much wider than in real life because they just weren't able to make them that small. I wonder if that's also the case here at Sonoma. Ooh, gonna run a little wide. Able to save it. That corner's so hard. Yeah, watch out. You'll blink again and you'll be in your 30s. And then I'm sure I'll blink again and I'll be in my 40s. All right, we'll come up the hill, though. So I'm dead last right now, but I haven't done a good lap yet. Charles Leclerc ruined my last one. Oh, braking too early there. Tough to get the sense of speed. Just kind of stabbing at the pedals and hoping something good happens here. So I just need to make sure under braking that I don't upset the car at all, because then you get in these awful wobbles. I'll have to see how many laps this race is too. I didn't look, but I hope it's not like 20 or something weird. It should be short. 10% is pretty short. What'll be tough is if I end up starting behind other AI cars. They're so erratic that it's just like you're gonna hit them. So we might just spend the whole race under caution. Who knows? Up to 19th. We did it. I'm not last. Ooh, got a little loose there. Can't get on the grass. The car just spins out. It almost... Now, I know I'm drinking a beer, but it almost feels like I'm drunk driving around this circuit the way the car feels. It's so floaty. I also have to make sure not to blow my engine at this circuit. Ooh, like that. as I almost do it to illustrate my point. But downshifting into a corner, it's very easy to do it too quickly, especially with the paddle shifters, and you blow an engine so easily that way. Whoa, getting loose. I still haven't figured out that corner very well. I do want to take a peek at my tires and everything, make sure temps are good. Left front's not working, which is interesting. Whoa, out of the grass a little bit there. I'm tempted not even to talk about when I get on the grass because it doesn't seem to matter in a lot of circumstances. Alright, come to the top of the hill here. This lap feels okay. I don't know if it'll be quick or not, but it's probably my quickest one so far if I can just round it out. So I wonder if I can just murder the grass on the inside there and get away with it. All right, up to 19th, 88-mile-an-hour lap. Oh, a little bit of oversteer at the top of the hill, and I corrected it. We're learning. This is a hard corner in any sim, never mind one where you can't feel the car very well. Whoa, over-revved a little bit there. Car will let you do it a few times, but if you repeatedly over-rev, especially in a long race, you'll blow the engine. So come to the end. This is my trouble corner right now. Nip the grass coming in, nip it through the middle. That was so much better than before. All right, let's see what this lap is. I definitely picked up some time through that second to last corner there. Oh, up to first. Okay, that wasn't expecting that at all. All right, let me do maybe a couple more laps just to make sure I feel solid with the car. I'm starting to learn you can let the car slide a bit, but it's got to be a certain type of slide. Oh, okay, saved it. catching up to, I think, Ricky Rudd, who passed me at the start of practice here. So we have battled the teacher and are now becoming our own master. Just aggressively wagging the wheel back and forth there. There we go. Ooh, right in the grass. That's fine. Just kick up a little dirt. No punctures. Oh, I think that's Loy Allen, actually. All right, so coming across the line again. I did not do better that lap. I was just a mile an hour down. Oh, and I slam into the first turn wall. I don't know. Okay. Do I feel ready to race? Left rear is a little hot. Left front is cold. I'm gonna fix. So right rear is perfect. Left rear, right front are high, and left front is low. So that's so weird. Oh, the tire pressures are all different. So right rear was good at 63 psi. Or sorry, at 51. Left rear, we're going to also put at 51. Why are all the tires at different pressures? Right front was hot, put that at 51. And then left front was cold, so I'll bring her down. All right, so thinking I'm going to go to qualifying. I don't remember how they qualify at a road course. I think I just get a flying lap. So I'll have to take what I can get. I'm going to reduce the fuel. We're going for it. All right, so we'll go to next session, qualifying. It's going to be a 9-lap race. I think I just get one qualifying lap, and where is pole at? Okay, 90.3. So if I do what I did in practice, I should have a fairly good shot at it. I've got less fuel. Just got to get my tires up to temp, but if I can do what I did in practice, I should get the pole here at Sonoma, which would be very good, considering the AI is going to be the biggest problem in the world. But we'll see. I just got to do a solid lap. Understeer through that corner quite a lot. I just don't know how the left front could be such a different temp. I guess this corner probably does a lot to the right front. But other than that, I mean, it's a very left and right circuit, so just damn physics. See you, Christian. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate everybody coming. I didn't plan this stream at all, so I'm happy to have even 5 people here. Never mind 50. It's pretty cool. All right, so we'll come to the final corner and start the qualifying lap at Sonoma. Come across the line. Green flag. I think I only get one shot at it. Oh, nipping the grass there. Down a second gear for the top of the hill. Try to find some kind of apex. Accelerate back up to third. Then coast it in here. Up the other hill. Down a second for the top. Oh, coasting the car through. A little bit of a wobble. Then we'll go down to first. For right-hander. This corner, try to take a gentler entry, but then come into the large carousel. Keep it in third, I think, is going to be good. And come onto the drag strip here. It's an actual drag strip. That's why there's the line in the middle of it. We'll come all the way down to second gear. I broke maybe a little early, but more important to just set a good lap. And we'll come down to the S's. This is hard in this sim. No feeling. Just kind of baby the throttle and brake. Just guide the car around. Last thing I want is for it to jump sideways on me. Now flat out fourth gear. Bottom of the hill. Also off the throttle. Nip the grass there. Down to third. Oh, sliding a little bit towards the grass. Now to the hairpin. Down to second gear, down to first, ran a little deep into that, but I'll cut it on the exit. I think this is going to be a good one. Come across the line, P1. Whoa, by 0.6 too, or 6.6 miles an hour. I don't know how that works out to in time, but not a bad lap. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Starting on the pole at a road course is a good thing. That's 2 poles in a row for Mr. Axelson, or Axel Richardson. Bubbles. We'll just call him Bubbles. Pretty happy with that. All right, so we'll go to our next session, go to the garage, add some fuel. So this one will be interesting. I mean, 9 laps. I'm starting P1. So assuming the AI don't do anything wild and rear end me on the start, I should be able to just get away from them and set sail, but you never know. So, and God forbid there's a caution or something. So we'll see. Again, I very much appreciate folks sticking with this. It's fun to see some of these old sims. It's fun to play them. I'm mostly doing this, or I'm almost entirely doing this for myself. I would be playing this anyway if I wasn't streaming it. So it's fun to have some folks here. But now we'll start Sonoma. What are we on? I don't even know. Round 7? Round 8? It's championship. I could very much use a win. So we'll see what we can do. We got a long pace lap, though. Full pace lap to just think about everything. Morgano, you timed it perfectly. We're just on the pace lap with pole position. Round 10. Oh my God. This time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I did 4 rounds each on the first 2 streams, so this would be round 10, you're right. Let's look through the starting grid a little bit. We got Mark Martin alongside of me. I don't recall him being like especially good at road courses, but he definitely wasn't bad at them. Harry Gant, Jeff Bodine, Ken Schrader. Up here, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, Harry Gant's in third. I don't think Harry was a very good road course racer, so something's up here. They don't have in NASCAR 1, they don't classify tracks as certain types, so there's no ratings per circuit. We've got Bobby Hamilton in the back there. Hopefully he doesn't come speeding through at any point, taking us out. Yeah, there are driver ratings, but it's like a number per driver. So it's actually like Assetto Corsa does it, where you set a number and that's how fast that driver is everywhere. It doesn't matter. It's a little less sophisticated than Assetto Corsa, but it's very, very similar. If any of you guys listen to the podcast Dinner with Racers, I know they just came out with a ton of episodes, and I think they've got a 2-parter with Mark Martin. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm very excited though. It's one of the best podcasts in my opinion. It's very casual, and you get to hear some awesome stories of racing gone past. It's the kind of stuff that I love. All right, so hopefully I can get away at the start and just kind of set a pace, and then it's mine to lose. But we will see. Yeah, Dale Jr.'s podcast is pretty good too. I go in and out of it. Sometimes I love NASCAR, other times I don't care much for it, but right now there's like nothing to do, hence me streaming NASCAR Racing 1. Oh, green flag before the hairpin. I like literally always forget that they throw the flag early. We'll come into the hairpin. Mark Martin got by, Harry Gant, oh my god, the whole field got by. Try to get the car going, I hit the wall a little bit there. What the hell kind of start was that? Come up the hill, and now I got to deal with these AI who are impossible in some places. Oh, running wide. Oh, all falling apart here at Sonoma. Just gotta try not to hit anybody and get some pace back in the car. My tires are very cold. How am I so slow? All right, come back around the outside of Sterling Marlin here in the 4 Kodak car. Ooh, over-revving a little bit. I don't know how I'm so slow off the start. I guess everyone's just very aggressive here at Sonoma. So I'm down to 13th, which is unlucky in itself. Oh, getting shoved wide a bit by Marlin. Got the 11 car, one of our enemies from North Wilkesboro. As I continue to fall down the field, what's going on? Just want to settle in. It's a 9-lap race. I would like to not lose more positions, but I don't need to gain them all back in one corner. Gotta remember that. Ooh, yellow flag is out too, which is actually not what I wanted. I'm gonna stick it to the inside here, so I hopefully don't get passed again. So, an absolutely terrible first lap of the race. No, the sim does not handle road courses particularly well, but it can be entertaining in its own way. Okay, so terrible opening. I don't even know what happened, but fell down from 1st to 15th position, which is terrible. And now we're under yellow too, so I can't even see if getting heat into the tires will make me quicker. I'd be very surprised if the AI were this much quicker in the race. And if it's just like a weird cold tires thing. It could also be the weather. I actually totally forgot about that. I think I was reading some of the comments on the last stream where we did North Wilkesboro and how terrible the car was suddenly in the race, and it was the weather. It was the weather, and that might be what's going on here too, unfortunately. What's weird is the AI don't seem to have the same problem, so. Yeah, Mark, I watched F1 this weekend. Best race in the last 10 years. Yeah, Leo Ings, the weather is a thing. It's not like it's not going to rain, but the temperature changes and everything, which affects the circuit in some unknown way to me. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm upset that I lost that many positions, though. Pit's open. Hopefully we get a 1 to go. It looks like Mr. Bill Elliott's going to pit in. Thank you. I don't need him around. To the hairpin here. Hopefully get the 1 to go this time. So up to 14th now. No, not 1 to go. I hope the majority of this race isn't caution and then short green flags, because that's not going to serve me well. We'll just come to a stop up the hill as the AI figure out what to do. They added in some of the later NASCAR sims that basically the caution periods are like half as long as a normal track, but I don't think that applies to Sonoma here in NASCAR 1. So what's next? Is it Dover or Charlotte? It's one of those two. I'll be happy to get on an oval, honestly. It's as fun as this sim is to relive nostalgia. I would say this is not its strongest track combo. Yeah, Dom, I think you're right too. I think it's the 600 at Charlotte. Which should be at night. That's right, this sim has night races. Colin, it's a manual transmission, but it doesn't support H pattern, so I'm just clicking with the shifting paddles. I could probably get the shifter to shift up and down, but it's already hard enough to get this thing to run. Alright, so hopefully we get the one to go this time. We're going to eat up this whole race under caution. In my own seasons, if I do like NASCAR 2003, I don't run the official championship mode just because it's too difficult to keep track of. But when I do road courses, I always turn the cautions off. Back in the day, I always do the vintage racing too. So back in the day, they barely threw full course cautions under road course. But you can't do it in season mode. At least I don't think you can. Alright, one lap to green. And we're going to be towards halfway in the race. Teo Fabi, now that's a guy. I know him from IndyCar, mostly. Late 80s, early 90s, and he was really good in IndyCar. But a crazy story of a guy. He wasn't really good, but crazy story of a guy. Yeah, I think he got a win. I gotta remember older kart stuff. It would be fun to do an IndyCar 2 stream, maybe? Or, I feel like that sim would be better with a series because it's so easy for things to go wrong. I hate doing races when I don't finish them. You know, in all honesty, the best racing driver of all time most likely doesn't race. And then out of the ones that do race, the most talented probably never had the best car, and we'll never know who it was. All right, so we'll come to the top of the hill here. Painful stuff under the yellow flag. Was it Teo Fabi that got... No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Roberto Guerrero, I'm thinking of, who got the pole at Indy, and then on the pace lap, crashed the car. Crazy stuff. All right, so we're coming to the green flag. It's going to go green way before the hairpin, and I'm going to have to hold on for my life. There it is. Not even through the second to last corner. We'll come down here to the hairpin. Whoa, squeeze it up the inside. Get a couple of these positions back, hopefully. Not crash into anybody. Get through there. All right, so I passed somebody, thankfully. Hopefully it doesn't give me a black flag. Yeah, I was thinking I might get one for passing before the start line, but maybe not a thing in NASCAR 1. Come up the hill. no sense of pace yet. Come up the inside. Brett Bodine in that 26 car. Ugh. Just can't pull in front of him because Rusty is there, but able to do it. We'll come into the carousel then. I have to drive so weirdly to make sure I'm not going to run into any of these cars. I just have to be kind of really tentative until I really feel like I've got a place where I can do it. Oh, gotta run into really fast there. Murder Rusty Wallace. Yikes. That's probably going to throw a caution. Knew that was going to happen. Just slammed on his brakes. Maybe we'll get away without a caution. That would be really great. Oh, there it is. Damn. I wonder if we'll even get green again, honestly. Oh, come down to the end of the lap. Oh, I'm going to run wide. Try to block these cars. Damn, gave up a position there. Yeah, so not the most elegant of restarts. I'm more disappointed that I caused a caution than anything. Not even that I lost a couple positions there. I was going quite well. Well, all I gotta do is find Harry Gant and do the same thing to him, right? Well, that was clumsy. So what do we got left? Yeah, 4 laps. Maybe. It might go green again. I'm actually surprised I was as competitive as I was on that restart, so. Yeah, didn't Rusty crash me out at Atlanta? I love that everybody feels like there's always fights in NASCAR. I don't think there was any fights this season. Oh, there was in the lesser series, though. Not in the main one. They're always so lame, the fights. Even the older ones, people think like, you know, Dale Earnhardt and stuff. I don't remember Dale Earnhardt ever getting in a fight, you know, on camera. Patrick, we're all real NASCAR drivers here in the chat. So I hope everybody's enjoying pace laps at Sonoma, the main feature of this stream. Yeah, Oregano hockey fights. Now that's a real fight. The problem is NASCAR these days is filled with the same guys that every series gets. The ones with a lot of money, they're not fighters. So 3 laps to go. We didn't get the 1 to go this time, so could it be another 1-lap shootout? This is painful. I don't know why anybody's watching this right now. I think everybody is hoping that Charlotte goes better, myself included. I thought about doing the Spirit of Speed stream tonight, but I didn't end up. I want to do that a different time, though. I thought Spirit of Speed would be fun, just to really explore all the tracks and everything. This is still a little serious, but it's, you know. Can't be too serious. Yeah, salary man. Maybe I'll do a Spirit of Speed around Christmas. That's a good idea. I don't know, I gotta think of a new live stream idea. My big one was that full season that I did, so. And I'm not doing that again anytime soon. That's for sure. Alright, come through the big hairpin at the top of the hill. Cross your fingers that this thing gets one to go. We get at least one lap to try to bonk out of the way as many cars as I can. I do have NASCAR 2 installed, Andrew, so it could happen. I played NASCAR 3 probably the most. I did play NASCAR 1 and 2, although I had the special edition of NASCAR 2 when that came out with the trucks and all that stuff. And then I skipped NASCAR 4 in 2002 and went straight to 2003. But I was playing NASCAR 3, I think, even up until NASCAR 2003 came out, and even a little into it. Racing with subs. Yeah, that could be fun. One lap to green. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna have one lap, or no, 2 laps. One lap. Called it too soon. So we're gonna have one lap, and I'm in 13th position, and it would be great to get a top 10. I don't know if it'll happen, but I can see what I can do. We've got Brett Bodine, Jeff Purvis, and Sterling Marlin in front of me. The problem, Leo Wings, with doing a random race is that a lot of people that sim race don't drive the older cars like I like to do, and they drive very differently. So even if you're very good at racing, the modern F1 cars, GT3 cars, jumping into a historic F1 is not the same thing. And I'm honest, I'm very bad at modern GT cars, and those I don't drive them enough. So if we did a race with fans or subscribers, then that would be, I don't know, it would be interesting. Maybe we'll try it. I do want to get back into iRacing a little bit. I think that would be fun. I don't know if streaming that would be fun. Everybody does iRacing streams these days. Andrew, that's a great question. Let's take a look. No, Rusty Wallace is still in the race, but he's dead last. Might as well be out. All right, so we're going to come down the hill. I'm going to take the green flag. I got one epic lap to try to pass. I would love to pass 3 cars, or 2 cars. Pass 3 of them. I got to pass 3 cars to get into the top 10. And I think I could have won this race. I don't know what happened on the initial start, but it's been the most painful Sonoma race. I'm very happy we're only doing 10% races in NASCAR 1 for this. Green flag is out. Oh my God, it got me again. Come down into the hairpin, throw it up the inside, down to first gear. Yeah, able to get a good run there. I made up my spots. Now I just gotta hold on to it for the duration. We'll come up the hill then. Oh, I passed Harry Gant, the championship leader. Down to second gear. I'll go down to first for this lap. Yeah, I don't care if it's illegal. We're taking advantage of everything we can. Come over the top of the crest, got Dale Earnhardt in front, throw it up the inside. Oh, I try not to collect him on the outside. That's a fight I don't want to have. What is the AI doing? Who knows? It's NASCAR 1. We'll come through the long carousel, though. I'm so tensed up right now, trying to just get everything I can out of this. Come to the scene of the crime with Rusty last time through here. Slam on the brakes. Harry's coming up behind quick. Ooh, I run a little wide. Cut it back in, cut it back in. I got Jeff Purvis coming up the inside. Country Time doing real well today. We'll come down the hill. Okay, just gotta settle it. Forgot how to drive the car for a second there. But we'll come to the bottom of the hill, to the sketchy corner. Ooh, I cut the grass a little bit. Not too bad. I don't think I'm going to be close enough to do anything into the hairpin here. Just trying to protect what I got. Can I get on the gas soon? No. Not soon enough, but oh, 9th position. Again, one more than I thought there. Yes, Harry Gant. Come to the line, take the checkered flag. So P9 at Sonoma. A terrible race. Probably the worst race of the season, and that's saying something with how a couple of these have gone so far. Richmond specifically. Now I gotta go find a place to park the car away from Mr. Rusty Wallace. But fun stuff. Yeah, what a weird sim. There's the sad crew pulling my car to the pit lane. All right. So let's check out all of the results and all that. Oh, there we go. Scared me for a second when it pauses like that. Let me hide my face for a minute. So, just hide my face so we can see the points. So, 9th position there for Axel Richardson Jr., aka Bubbles. Recovered a little bit, but it's disappointing because I feel as though I could have got the win. Yeah, Morigano, it keeps whatever damage you got. But Jeff Gordon won from Mark Martin. They both got 180 points because they both led laps. You get an extra point and all that. You get an extra point as well for most points led. Or most laps led, what am I saying? Morgan Shepherd from 10th comes up to 3rd. Not too bad, especially because the whole race was under caution. Look at Purvis. What was that about? 18th to 10th in the old Country Time Lemonade car. We'll look towards the bottom. Rusty Wallace, last place. My doing. Sorry, buddy. So, quite the result. Season points up to 14th in the standings. So what did we start out in the stream? 19th? I'm pretty excited about that. So up to 14th position. Had a Brett Bodine behind Joe Nemechek. I can see myself on the first page of standings now. I'm all the way down here, but I'm coming for him. Harry Gantz at 1,600 points. I'm at 1,100, so 500 points behind. That's about where we've been. I haven't lost anything, though. So, we've got 2 wins. That's helped quite a bit. But now we're going to head off to the next race. All right. So, I'm going to take another quick break. And we got Charlotte up next, the 600. So, back to the ovals. Probably be the last one I do tonight. But it should be fun. So I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll do that. All right, back for Charlotte. Appreciate again everybody coming. I feel like I've said it 100 times, but it's cool to have some folks here. Yeah, 1994 and 2020. All right, so we're back in the sim. Sears Point. Jeff Gordon 2 in a row now, which is pretty good. Old Jeff. We got to get Axel back up front, though. It's been too long now. We're going to our third race. We haven't won, and I've gotten the last 2 poles too. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long one, but it should be fun. Hopefully, I'm quick. I've already looked at the points and everything. So, Charlotte at night, people. You only get this if you do the championship mode. So, it's a special moment. A lot of people have probably not seen this. Yeah, right now I am looking like a short track specialist and a qualifying ace. But we'll load our ace setup here. Hopefully it's quick. Yeah, there are a couple tracks are at night. I think you can actually make most tracks night in NASCAR, but here we are at night under the lights. It looks pretty good. I mean, like, all things considered, it's better looking than I think. You know, I would think a night race would be at in this sim. Do a little practice here, though. Make sure the car's good. Yeah, well, the front stretch kinks are a little more natural here, but the the issue is they put a pit wall. Well, firstly, up and through NASCAR 3, they weren't able to make the pits straight at circuits. The pits had to be an extension of the front straightaway. GPL's like this too. And so what you end up with is the pit road is super close to the front straightaway. Ooh, the car's a little loose there. And it also has a pit wall, which is inaccurate. So it makes this like tunnel effect where the track's really close. There's not a lot of space on the grass and everything. Oh, car's very loose. Whoa, got a tank slapper. How did I save it? Yeah, for some reason there isn't an apron here. I never noticed that. I wonder if that's real, though, from 1994. It'd be interesting to go look at it. I feel like, so this track, Charlotte, I believe was part of the additional pack that came out later. And these tracks are notably more accurate than the ones that originally shipped. We looked in the last stream, I think, at Darlington, and it's like the most insane-looking Darlington you've ever seen. Car feels really good. The ace setup is not bad. It's ace. It's what you call ace. Ooh, run a little wide there. Yeah, it's not too bad, besides the pit wall. But just a limitation with the sim. I remember when I got NASCAR 2003 originally, and I got the demo, and it came with Talladega only. And I remember coming off the 4th turn, and the pit road like swings way to the left, and I was just like blown away. I'm like, this is real life. Playing that because the pit road looked right. So used to the pit roads looking like this, I didn't even really notice they were wrong until I got NASCAR 2003. It's funny how your eyes can not see certain things. It's one of the things I'm doing. I mentioned earlier that I'm writing a video right now that I want to release. It's putting a little more work into it than the normal one. And part of it's looking at sims. I'm talking about a specific sim. I don't want to give it away, but I'm talking about a specific sim. And part of it, I'm showing some footage from it and stuff. And I feel like in order to put it in context, I actually have to show other sims from around the time, because looking at it with a modern eye, it doesn't look impressive at all, but it really was. So excited for that one. But it is very true. When back when we played these games, we didn't have anything better, so you didn't notice stuff. And nowadays, playing even NASCAR 2003, it looks old. And, I can tell from the comments I get on some of the videos, people are like, why would you still play this? I totally understand it, but it looked good at one point. So the car feels very loose. But it's almost in a good way. It's just I gotta figure out how to wrangle the thing. There we go, right against the apron. Oh, a little too low. I remember the first time I saw, what was it, PlayStation 2. My buddy got one. I was playing in 64, which I thought looked amazing. It's interesting looking. But I got a PlayStation 2, and he had some NHL game for it. And when you would check somebody into the walls, the boards would like ripple, very unrealistically. Because I did see it years later, and I was like, "What the hell?" But I remember seeing that initially and thinking it was like the most real thing I've ever seen in my life. It's funny. Oh, there we go, top of the charts. I'm a little worried because the car feels so nervous, but it is quick. Tyler B Gaming. I'm gonna be doing a NASCAR Legends video at some point. I got a lot of questions about that because I do so much GP Legends stuff, and I want to do a video to show it off, but also explain why it's a little different than GP Legends. But I like NASCAR Legends as well. I did, Felix, I did play Mario Andretti's Racing Challenge. It was on console, right? I think it was on like Super Nintendo, if I recall. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. But you could pick from like 4 different cars. You could race sprint cars, you could race Indy cars. It's actually a great idea. Maybe I'll take another look at that one. I also want to look at, there's the old NASCAR Bill Elliott's game for the Nintendo. That'd be fun to look at. Oh, come down low here on Kyle Petty. Seeing that car, the Mellow Yellow 42 at this track, nighttime at Charlotte, just reminds me of the 1992 All-Star race at Charlotte, where it's called One Hot Night. You can find it on YouTube, but very dramatic finish with Kyle Petty and Davey Allison at the time coming into this part of the track right here. It's good stuff. Felix, thanks for reminding me of those games, because those would be great ideas for a future stream or something. Alright, so the car feels pretty good. Let's look at the tires real quick. Not bad. Left front not doing anything as usual. Right front doing a little too much. So I'm going to pump maybe a pound into the right front. I'm going to take maybe a pound out of the left rear, pound or 2. How old am I going to be? Nobody knows how old I am. I'm old enough. So, keep that in mind. Alright. So things feel pretty good in the car. I mean, I'm P1, but I am going to change a couple tire things. We'll change the right front. We're going to go up a couple pounds. Thankfully it reminds me of the temperatures here. So left front, I don't know. It's never going to work. Left rear. We'll start at the right front. What am I doing? Right front, we want to put in a couple pounds. Right rear's good. It's good, man. Left rear. It's probably too much. Go to 48. Okay, so car's pretty good. I think we're going to go to qualifying. It's going to be a longer race because the 600 is the longest race in the NASCAR season. That's a significant thing. 600 miles. It's usually around 4 hours long. So we're going to be doing a quarter, or sorry, luckily not a quarter. I usually race a quarter distance, 10%. So it'll be significantly under an hour, but it's going to be the longest race probably of the whole season. I don't know, Sonoma might have been longer though. We pretty much did 9 laps under the yellow flag somehow. Jump right on the circuit. I didn't look at the times. Ooh, it's gonna be hard. Yikes, that's so quick, Harry. What are you doing up there? We'll see what I can do here. Ooh, car getting a little loose there. I'm just gonna try to be a little sketchy with it. I'm gonna have to really pull something out to get a good time here under qualifying. Flying a T1, running out wide. That's too wide. Oh God. Luckily not hitting the wall. That would have really slowed things down. High line. We're gonna pretend like that's what I wanted. We'll fly down here to T3. Try to do a little better job this time. Able to keep it somewhat down low, still running a little wide. Come to the line. Oh, P28. Yikes. Well, at least it's a long race. At least it's a long race, so I'll be able to hopefully pass a couple cars along the way. That's disappointing. What did I get for a time? 175. What, in practice? Wow, they're so much faster than in practice. Sim's all over the place. I mentioned this at the very first stream, very start, and I hold true to it that the AI is just super quick at some tracks and super slow at others. Martinsville, where I just creamed him. And then qualifying is even random too. So, yeah, it's a strategic decision, Felix, starting at the back. It should be fine. We're doing it for fun. All right, so 22 gallons. Probably don't need that much. 40 laps. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll take a look at the starting grid here real quick. So I'm starting 28th, which is not the end of the field here. There's 39 cars. So I did qualify in front of some of the trash, specifically Kyle Petty, right in front of him. If we look up towards the front, we got Harry Gant from Mark Martin, Jeff Bodine. Harry's is going to win this championship unless somebody stops him, and I think Axel Bubbles, Richardson Jr. is the guy to do that. Dale Earnhardt, Ernie Irvin, Ken Schrader, Jeff Gordon. All right, all the names up front. Nothing too notable. I'm not too far behind Rusty Wallace, though, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can get a good start and work my way to the front. We'll see. Let's do the race here. 40 laps, Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600, I think. Biggest thing is just getting a good start and making sure I don't make any contact or anything for a few laps. Let things get strung out a little bit, and then I can start picking things off. But we'll see. Thanks again for folks turning out too. Hopefully this will be a little better than the old Sonoma race. We should at least get some green flag racing in this if I manage to not hit anything for the first few laps. But we will see. Watch for that pace car to drop, and I expect the green flag right away. Oh, I'm bumping into the back of Ward Burton there. Fourth gear, don't need to push the revs at all. Can't even hear my own car anyway. We'll come into T1, we're going to be on the high side. It's a little frightening. Hopefully the track isn't too cold, I don't spin out or anything too weird. Working my way to the low side. Ooh, the car drifts to the high side there. Just very tentative right now on the throttle. dipping into the grass a little bit. Oh my God. Don't do anything too wild. Car, stick with me. Okay. That was very sketchy. Jimmy Hensley pulling in front of me, getting a lot of oversteer on the exit. That was almost not savable coming out of turn 4 that time. Okay. Hopefully the tires come up to temp here and the car is a little more predictable, because this is ridiculous. Yeah, it feels a little better this time. Whew. I'm sweating, boys. So we'll come through the kinks here in the front straightaway, pick up a spot on Hensley. I don't know if it's going to be easier to pass around the outside or the inside, but going through them is not going to be an option, so I'm just trying the low line, the initial laps here. Come to the bottom side of Dallenbach. Wally Dallenbach, I believe the son of an IndyCar racer from the 70s. Just gotta very gingerly get my way through the field here. All about patience. And hopefully nobody does anything too silly. Got a car coming around the outside. I think it's Ricky Rudd there. Not able to even look down for a second. Just trying to make sure I don't hit anything, especially other cars. Yeah, AI likes to slow up everywhere. I don't know what that was just there, but they'll get strung out here not too long. It should be a little easier. There we go. Coming down the back straightaway now. Come under Steve Grissom, the man with the ugliest car in the series. Oh, able to make the pass. Waltrip quite slow on the low side there. Maybe I can get around him. Tap the wall. No harm though. Alright, I think I got through. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I got through the sketchiest part of the race at the very start. It's okay. Darrell Waltrip got back by, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll come again on the outside. Ooh. Car is so loose dancing. That was a bigger hit into the wall. Grissom's on my low side. I make a contact with him. Somehow able to hold on to it. I don't know how I did that, but the yellow flag is out. So somebody behind me must have spun. We'll check it out in a second. I just want to get around for the caution flag. My God, this car just randomly gets loose very easily. Come to the line, take the yellow flag. Be able to relax for a second. 33 laps to go, so we did 7 of them. Dashy, the setup is very loose. It's too loose. It's fast though. I think I've got a car I could really get up there if I really go well. I'm right back where I started. Wow. I don't know how I didn't crash into him. I've got damage, but I don't think it's worth pitting. I'm going to stay out. Let's take a quick look at what happened there. What happened other than my car almost wrecking? Come back here. So let's go all the way through the fields because there's no way to go back. I could add spoiler, Andrew, but I don't know if it's worth pitting, to be honest. Let's keep it here on Mr. Lake's speed and see what happens. I'm right in front of this group. Whoa, looks like Wally Dallenbach got in the wall. A little bit of smoke there. I don't see any accident, folks. One of those phantom NASCAR cautions. I'm not going to pit because every time I've ever pit in these races, something bad happens on pit road and I lose a lap or something. Yeah, it's probably debris. You're right, Andrew. Ooh, I think the 10 wants me to pass it. There's no crew chief in NASCAR 1, so It might have actually been debris. That does happen if you crash or hit something. Yeah, Leo, it's the stage 1 end. God. Stage racing. Don't get me started. I don't want this to turn into a hate stream. We're just having fun. NASCAR 1. Well, I don't want to say that I caused that caution, but I think I did. You know, okay, I'm gonna talk about stage racing really quick. I don't hate stage racing in modern NASCAR because everything else about it is so messed up with the championship, with the way the cars drive, that I do think stage racing adds something to look forward to, points-wise. But for every other reason, I hate it. If they could fix the other stuff with NASCAR, stage racing wouldn't be necessary, but NASCAR's the cars are way too easy to drive right now, and they also have this whole aero push problem suddenly that without stage racing these would be extremely boring races. So I think I'm a little thankful we have stage racing right now just because of how bad everything else is with how everything works. But that's it. That's all I'm saying about it. I like NASCAR. I want NASCAR to be good. I love some of the new drivers are quite fun to watch. So it's been entertaining. I watched the whole series this year. I watched like all of F1, all of IndyCar, all of NASCAR. I even started watching through MotoGP, World Rally. Just there's not a lot to do, so. It's good. I mean, I'm happy racing as a sport has had minimal issues with COVID and everything because of just how it is. Yeah, the nature of racing, you're in cars, so it's a little safer overall. But it's been good. It was very scary and depressing times when all there was the iRacing stuff happening and everything was canceled. I'm so happy I went to the Indy 500 in 2019 for the first time, and it was like a big thing I've always wanted to do. I'm very grateful I did it in 2019. Alright, so we're going to come back to the green flag. We've got just under 30 laps to go. Hopefully I can hang on to the car here. It's going to be an interesting couple of laps. Single file now, so the cars start single file. Be a little better, but we'll see. Just cross your fingers. Yellow flag, green flag is out. No. Ricky Rudd got the jump on me. Oh, I squeezed him. He let me back. Up to fourth gear then. Darrell Waltrip, I don't know what you're doing down there. Scoot around the outside. No, try not to get too low. I don't really have total control here. Oh, we're gonna run a little wide. He's gonna come back on me again. Oh, we touch. Darrell Waltrip spun out. Is that gonna bring out another yellow? Ah, damn it. Oh, we gotta make it through turns 3 and 4. I have the sketchiest car of all time. I gotta pit. I wish I did it last time, but yeah, DW hit me. I think I should pit. I don't know. I might just be getting bored with it, but what do we got for spoiler? I can't go up on the spoiler anyway. I could put some wedge in it. I don't know. Do you think it's worth pitting, chat? I don't know. I don't think it's worth pitting. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do. I'm not sure the damage. Damage is mostly going to slow me down in a straight line here. No, I shouldn't lose a lap, I would imagine. It's a big enough track. I lost a lap at Richmond because it's a small track, and I also was almost a lap down when I pitted to begin with. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to feel better once I do get some green flag laps, if I can somehow stay out of traffic. But we'll see. I did gain 1 position, so I could just do that. We'll gain, now I want to get some green flag racing, though. Hut Strickland in front of me. I didn't know Hut Strickland drove the 23. I always associated that car with Jimmy Spencer. But I guess in 94, Jimmy Spencer was with the 27. Hopefully we get the 1 to go. No, dang. This is the bad part about NASCAR versus streaming NASCAR. It's got the yellow flags. When I do the, when I race like NASCAR 2003 on my own, I don't mind the yellow flags because they don't happen this frequently, and usually they're nice breaks, honestly. But done 15 laps, probably go back green with 17 laps complete, getting close to halfway, and hopefully we can get some green going. Yeah, Andrew, I remember Hut in the 8 car. I had a Ford poster on the wall when I was younger. I had all the Ford NASCARs, Mark Martin and everybody, and I remember Hut Strickland with the 8 car. It was Circuit City. It would have been I think it would have been like a 1996 poster. All right, 1 lap to green. So Jimmy Spencer was in this car the next year. All right, Colin, that makes sense. That's why I would think of it as that. Alright, so goal, just to center my thoughts here, goal is to get going, get the tires up to temperature, up to pressure, and then try to make some moves. Only then. Let's see if I can get an okay start here. So we come through turns 3 and 4, green flag will be imminent as soon as the pace car pulls off. Flag. Hold the low line this time. Oh, it's just too tempting to take the spot away from Strickland. Up on the high side, though. We'll try to make the car. I'll drive it like it's pushing. All right, fell back into line. Passing on the high side, it's just too loose to really get the throttle down or cut the corner tight enough coming out of 2. So I'm not able to make a pass there. Come over the line. Oh my God. That was a big moment. I don't know if it looked like it, but I went sideways over the line somehow. Pretty much, if I have to stop quickly, it's not happening. All right. Still very dicey. Oh, come down low. Oh no, we're gonna spin out. Oh. Oh, I got clobbered there by the 75. They all slowed down in front of me. See if I can get the car moving. Oh, this is a nightmare race. But I want to try to stay in the lead lap here. 2 cars taken out. Yeah, this is not a good situation. We're definitely going to have to pit now, so what adjustment am I making to the car? I was looking at the menus in the last yellow flag, and what do we got here? A tire change, obviously. Spoilers all the way up. 17 gallons. So we got stagger, which is not going to help. Oh, we made it to the back of the field, which is good. Let me take a quick peek at the yellow flag. Ooh, I think I get to pass all these cars. Nope, never mind. Why are we going so slow, fellas? All right, crossweight. So this must be wedge, right? Yeah. So I'm going to add crossweight. I don't know why everybody's going so slow, which is kind of a problem. Let's take a quick look at the accident itself, just to see what happened. Oh, I gotta find my car. I don't know why everybody's not pulling up. This is the part that is unfortunate because... Oh, there's my car. Damn it. One more time. All right, rewind ourselves here. Maybe they're all going to pit. Yeah, maybe. I'm just worried with the amount of damage that I wouldn't get out before the pace car comes by. I don't know. I mean, what happened, I can tell you what happened here is that my car is very loose and they checked up in front of me, and so I swerved down and lost the rear. But let's take a look at it. Came up, yep, spun out. Hit the wall on the inside, spun the car, I thought I was okay, but then I got nailed by the 75. What a huge accident. Just beyond me. Yeah, damage is not terrible. Let's take a look at the 75 for a second. I wish you could go backwards through the car, but I don't think there's a way here. 15, 77. Here he is, Todd Bodine. Yeah, it's fun to watch. Wow, that was a hard hit. Driver's side right into the wall. Well, Todd's race is done. Maybe his career as well. I'll just say they knew their audience when they were designing the damage and everything for this. Yeah, I don't know how I lost the left front when I got hit in the left rear. Who knows? Alright, so hopefully I'll have enough time to pit here, but we'll see. Come down to the pit stall. Alright boys, do your dirty work. Just one at a time with the nuts. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, come on. And now repair and everything. Hopefully this isn't too long. The thing is, you have no concept of where the pace car is. In the later games, it tells you, oh, pace car is in turn 4. Oh, there they go. Well, folks, that about writes that. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, Felix, I mean, you're right. I could have maybe done that. Should have probably done damage then the tires. You're right. But I only had... the thing is, I was missing a tire, so I'll let you can do. So we're a lap down. which pretty much takes us out of it because there's nobody else a lap down. So now we are really doing this for fun, but I do want to do the rest of the race. Just to see, I want to see if that crossweight adjustment made any difference. Could come in handy later in the season, you never know. Andrew, that's actually them slapping the rear of the car to say you're done, which is not a super unrealistic way that they would have done it back in these days. So the radios and stuff weren't quite as good and all that, so the fuel guy or something would tap on the car when it was done, when all the crew work was done. I'm not sure if there's anything that will help me out here. Now, in reality, yes, the lapped cars would have gone on the inside. I'll try to see if it allows me to pass the cars at all, but I don't think it will. You can already tell the car feels better. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, we can't do that. In real life, they would let the lapped cars up the inside, and you'd be able to hopefully get your lap back and all that, but... Alright, but, you know, we're in it for the long haul here, so 18 laps. I think the car feels better now. Either the damage or the adjustment has done something to the car that we can still race, but we're not gonna get many points today, unfortunately, unless there's other accidents, and I'm not gonna cause them. Oh, come on. So 18 laps to go. Not a good 600 for Richardson. Almost spinning the car out on my own there. Gosh. So not such a good night tonight. What happened? Talladega, I finished 5th, but it was the most boring race of all time. Sears Point, I should have won, but for some reason on the initial start, everybody blew by me. And then here, I had a quick car, but just were a little too aggressive with the setup. It happens. You win some, you lose some. It's racing. If I just ran away with every race, that wouldn't be so fun either. Not trying to push too much right now. The car's still a little weird feeling, but it does feel better. Just nip the wall there. 16 laps. If we stay green, it'll go by in no time. It's weird. There's this weird thing that the sim does when you go into the corner. The car initially grips up, and then somewhere late entry to the corner, it just like starts to step out, but very abruptly. It's good, it's good, it's good. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, big crash. Oh my God. Oh, that might be it. Well, there wasn't a lot. Wasn't a lot I could do there. I wasn't going to win anyway, but it looks like Rusty Wallace got us again. Oh my God. Let's look at the replay. I feel like I should have avoided that somehow. Oh, it's a mess on the circuit. It's an absolute mess. Bring in the music just to make things feel a little better. But what happened? Okay, so it was definitely Rusty. Where is Rusty? How far up was he? Pretty far. Rusty runs out of talent. Let's watch that one more time, maybe from a different angle. runs out of talent, spins the car, backs it into the barrier, and behind him a massive pileup. Boom! Everybody runs in. I think I saw myself right at the bottom of the screen there. Just coming in. Let's watch Axel himself. Oop, I passed myself again. Yeah, what the hell, Rusty, huh? All right, let's watch myself. I saw the accident. I should have really slowed down. I don't know. Did a little bit of ARCA brakes there, but flew it into the corner. Ugh, just nailed the back of the 77. Who's that? And there she sits, crushed at the bottom of the circuit. It's a sad fate for our boy in this race. Well, look here. Gotta remember how to accelerate the time. Shift Z. If anybody remembers how to accelerate the time. What? That's not it. Hold on. I did this in one other stream and I forgot the keystroke. Oh, is it? Do I have to be in the race to do that? I thought I had to be in the standings. Ah, thank you so much, Andrew. I did it in another stream, but we'll do the acceleration here. Harry Gant at the front, of course, like always. The accelerate time in NASCAR 3 or NASCAR 1 is quite slow. So we're gonna end up with the 37th overall. Ward Burton also out. Greg Sachs, the guy I hit, nailed in the back, still in the race though, one lap down. So 31, go green in a second here, I imagine. .33 laps complete. So Harry Gant's just doing so well this season. Green flag though. Guys jostling around for position. This will probably be the best green flag run. The longest green flag run of the race. Gant though leading at 38 laps. Just a couple more. 39. Jeff Bodine's 3/10 behind, but there goes white flag, 4/10. Gant's gonna run away with it. No way. Checkered flag. So Harry Gant wins the Coca-Cola 600 from Jeff Bodine. Very poor showing from Axel Richardson. Caused the majority of the mischief, but ultimately was Rusty Wallace who got us again. That damn Rusty Wallace. All right, so let's take a look here at the championship and all that as the sad crew pushes our poor car to the garage again. Too many times this season. All right, so championship. I'll block my get rid of my face for a second here. So 16th position, so we fell a little bit. Nothing I could do there. But we're behind Jeff Purvis in the 51 car. Ward Burton right behind me. Also got wrecked out there. I'm ahead of Bill Elliott, though. That's worth something, right? Yeah, what am I on? My, sixth car. Harry Gant extends his lead, though. He's up over 60 points ahead of Jeff Gordon right now. 60 points, so you get 175, 185 to win, so things can change real quick. It's not all done, folks. So, Dover Downs, Pocono, Michigan. We're going to the speedways. Dover's a little more of a short track, but these will be some good races, I think. Then back to Daytona, another weird one. And then Loudon, my home track. before we go back to Pocono, I always found it odd how close the 2 Pocono races are in the season. Pocono 1 and 2 are like right there. But that'll be for next time. I appreciate everybody coming by. That's where I'm going to stop things tonight. Not a great result overall. Would like to have done better in a race. I guess I did okay at Talladega, but didn't feel like we got any good races in. But that happens sometimes. And I do think things at some of the bigger tracks will be not super bad. Yeah, Hoosier tires, Hoosier Goodyear, they are different in the sim, and I think the Hoosiers are better over a short run, and the Goodyears are better over a long run. And we're doing short runs, so I've got the good tire. Yeah, that's how racing goes. Sometimes you win some, you lose some, but all making for a championship. I don't think Mr. Axel's going to win in his initial try here, but we'll see. We will see. So I appreciate everybody joining. It was kind of a last-minute idea to stream tonight, but ended up working out. Internet stayed with me after the very start, and I'll do this again soon. I wanna get through this championship. So maybe even as soon as this weekend, I'll do another one of these. But thank you very much for coming. I'll be back with more videos. Get some fun stuff, some ideas brewing. But I'll see everybody again very, very soon. I always appreciate folks coming at all. But thank you.